The first one this week is actually somebody who was actually supposed to be here tonight. I don't know where he's at. But anyway, it's somebody who's been on here multiple times, man. The producer's been here before as well, man. We're talking about BoriRock and Vinyl Villain. They dropped Lord of the Zingz. That's 10 tracks, 24 minutes. What y'all think?
This was an easy listen.
Yeah.
Production was on point as usual. It was cohesive. Engineering was on point. It's authentic. It's classic Bori. My favorite track on there, honestly, is Rags to Riches with Kill the Artist. Yeah. And I don't really got too much to say. It's Bori, it's wavy, it's him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dust nigga.
I will say though that there was like an element of repetitiveness, right? Like we've heard this, but again, it's like classic Bori. But this project didn't necessarily move me, like, and I don't want to say it like it was supposed to, but I was just like, oh, okay, like
you ain't never zinged the zing in your life.
You're absolutely
nigga.
Right.
That's what it was.
You're right.
You ain't never sung a zing, nigga. You ain't never sang a zong.
No,
or sing a zang.
I have not.
You know what I mean?
I have not.
So
And maybe that's where it was.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, so I think that's where the disconnect was for me. However, that doesn't take away from the quality of the project. It was an easy listen. I enjoyed it. It was cool. That's it.
Okay. Damn break.
That shit was hard, man. You know, I like the title of the fucking album. I like the title of every fucking record on here. Body Face Killer.
Yeah.
The nigga's absurd for that fucking title. Fucking Rated R with Blue Hill Bill and Kill the Artist.
Yeah.
I think Blue Hill Bill got the best ad-libs for gunshots in the game. He gives you gentle gunshots, and I think that's real gangster, my nigga.
Gentle gunshots.
Yeah. Gentle gunshots is real fucking gangster. The nigga really does his thing, man. You know, Buddy really did a good job. Vinyl Villain, the first time I heard of him was when he did the shit with Giles. Giles, that was probably one of my favorite records.
Blaylock shit,
yeah,
right?
Mookie Blaylock. That's probably my favorite record in the past couple years. You know what I mean? Favorite album. But yeah, this was absolutely phenomenal. Bodie does a good job of picking his production and, you know, rapping on beats that he knows that he can excel on. Mm-hmm. He doesn't ever pick a beat that's going to supersede his rapping. So I think that's important as an artist to pick beats that you could rap on, where your lyrics and your performance outshine the beats. Mm-hmm. You know, far too often these rappers depend on these producers to make these records, and it takes away from the hip hop origin. You know, so Bodie keeps it real funky, my nigga. You know, we're not talking about absurd lyrics. We're not talking about the most lyrical person on the planet. But what he does is he makes music that's fucking wavy, bro. Yeah. If you was there when Max B was there, my nigga, he absolutely makes music that makes you want to get jiggy. He makes you want to fuck bitches. He makes you want to fucking enjoy yourself. He makes you just want to enjoy life. I don't necessarily want to fuck bitches because I'm married, but for those that are into that, you know what I'm saying? He really puts on for everybody.
Good
you know
save.
What I mean?
Good save.
Nobody on this couch.
Nah. He makes good
my
music
wife
for
in here
everybody.
Looking at me like, nigga, what you gonna say?
Nigga? I know. You was catching that secondhand heat, but yeah, Bodie did all in all. Bodie did a phenomenal job. Oh shit, I'm playing Bodie right now. I don't think this is his best body of work. I think that this was just a good filler music. For somebody that has a lot of time on their hands and a lot of writing, it's important for him to get his ideas out on paper so that he can create the best body of work in the future. So yes, this wasn't his best body of work, but this is absolutely part of the collection. And it prepares you for the next work that he got going on. So all in all, good job.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with a lot of the shit you said. And I think BoriRock has he's already, because he's part of the Feed the Family Collective, and because he's running around with Westside Gun, he's created a very vast looking following. You know what I'm saying? Like, his following is crazy. These guys was just in Paris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking with Westside Gun out there, doing a show on like Paris. Like, that's crazy. If you knew who these niggas was, being some your niggas from Boston, doing what they doing, like this is a really, really big deal. Yeah. I feel Lord of the Zingz just goes into the BoriRock character.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we expect from BoriRock.
Yeah.
You know what the niggas say on Krika. Like the first record is called Krika.
Yeah.
Everybody in here knows what Krika means, right? We all from Boston. That's pussy. And Cape Verde and Creole for you niggas who don't know. Anybody from outside of Boston might not know. Maybe Rhode Island would know. You know what I mean? Yeah, all of that. Como Busto, right? What you just said, right? I don't know if I said it right, but
probably not.
But Krika is like my favorite word in Cape Verde and Creole, nigga. Krika de Bumai was one of the first shits I heard, nigga.
Yeah.
That means your mother. That means your mother's pussy, which is wild, right? But the nigga said her Krika stink, right? The nigga took that line, the Krika stink, and called the song Krika. My favorite song on here has to be Rated R with Blue Hillbilly and Kill the Artist.
It's fire.
Just because the lyrical prowess was on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
But my the funnest song for me had to be Macumba.
I knew you was gonna say Macumba.
Which was the last record.
Yeah.
Because I've been to Macumba with Bori. And Bori's a fucking nut, my nigga. And if you don't know what Macumba is, it's a little small little bar/lounge in Mattapan. That's where I'm from. Macumba's a good time if you go with the right people. And when I went there with BoriRock, it was fucking great. It was excellent. So shout out to my nigga BoriRock, man. Shout out Vinyl Villain. Vinyl Villain, we can't just mull over Vinyl Villain's production. Vinyl Villain's production was immaculate on here, man. I ain't hear a beat that I didn't like.
Yeah.
There's literally not one beat on here that I did not like. Vinyl Villain is a motherfucking beast, my nigga. And what I like is when artists who are prominent in their town link with another producer who's prominent in their town and they create something that's timeless. I think this is timeless. And I don't think anybody could come up with a name like Lord of the Zingz other than BoriRock. It doesn't matter anybody. Feed the Family.
Yeah.
No.
You know, we could say Dunny maybe, but Dunny's not going to go that far left.
Yeah.
Because Dunny probably never watched Lord of the Rings.
Right.
And Bori probably never watched Lord of the Rings. But he's just a nut like that. And he's going to, fuck it, I'm Lord of the Zingz, nigga, right? I love that shit, man. The
album art too.
The album art was insane.
The art is fire with the Pele jacket, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And the font was on point.
Yeah.
Like got it straight from the motion picture.
Yeah.
Lord of the Zingz. I love that shit, man. So honestly, yeah, this was classic Bori, like Bell said. This wasn't anything that I've heard that I've heard before or anything that like. It wasn't anything that I haven't heard before. My fault. That's what I meant to say. It wasn't anything that I haven't heard before. It wasn't anything that, stood out to me as far as like, words and balls. But what I'll give you about Bori is Bori will always give you quotables.
Yeah.
He will always give you a whole bunch of bars where you're just like, these are captions for Instagram photos,
right.
nigga.
Yeah.
On Dead Dogs. You go listen to a BoriRock project and then you got mad captions for your Instagram photos, nigga. You can go online and you can post your flyest shit because of BoriRock, nigga.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the rating.
Let me see. You're not wavy.
You're not wavy.
Brokey.
Ain't nobody wavy. BoriRock, Vinyl Villain, Lord of the Zingz. Out of 5 red cups, we gave this one 4.7. Come on, man. Shout out my guys, man. I wish you was in here.
Whew.